All right, let's get this going here. Hello, everyone. It's gonna start out with the Dicker Max tonight. Hello, Dana. Hello, Graham, John, and Simon as well. Nice to see you guys already. Man, I'm gonna start out something a little different here. I haven't played Dicker Max in a little bit, so I figure why not hop in and start with it here. Tonight, though, I'll be doing pretty much any requests you guys have. I only have a couple tanks I need to get my doubles on. But as far as new tanks this stream, I have the PZ4H finally up, since that was requested quite a bit recently. I also have, whatchamajig, the Type 4 heavy tank, and also the Strev 1030. Very thankful for Sky last stream gifting me that gift shop package that allowed me to pretty much get those 3 tanks up and running. Now this is going to be a little curious, this match here, only because I am top tier. I'm tempted to head over here, maybe even back here. There is one already, I guess. Never mind, I'm not heading there. But I'm going to head to the center, at least initially. Hello, Uber. Thank you, John. Hey, I kind of clipped that out. Figured, it'd be pretty interesting to put that in. For those of you who were there that day, something to remember, because who knows if she's ever gonna do it again. Shit, I wanted to aim over here first, and I kind of forgot. There we go. I was about to say it gives me the highest chance to actually hit something. But
I'm just waving the thing.
Do you want to play a match?
No.
There we go. Yeah, these guys are like lining up perfectly for me here. Like, alright, he's a problem. Luckily, he does not have very good V range, but it is a possibility that he could spot me. But this is like, I'm so glad I went here. This is like the perfect spot when the enemy team just kind of lines up for you here. Alright. Considering we did a pretty good number over there, I'm going to start focusing on this side, only because that side, most likely, even with all my help, is not going to win. So I need to make sure this side is cleared out before they start pushing over this way. Alright, let's say they should be able to kill that PZ4H. But just so when they start spotting some more stuff... Shit, I missed the shot. Oh my god. Let's see. I really want that TD down there, the IKV. Yeah, to spot something. So even though, we do have this flank pretty in hand, we don't have much people facing this way. I'm pretty much the only person. I need to get myself a little bit over here just because I have a couple trees blocking where I can spot from. I'm pretty much our only spotter, and these guys are struggling against virtually 2 tanks here. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm starting to worry, hitting things, moving around a bit. It's not exactly the Dicker Max's strong suit in the least bit. Nor is it the most accurate tank at super long ranges. No tank's gonna be pinpoint accurate. Oh my god. This is not good. Alright, I need to cut and run here. Hello, Sam B. Nice to see you. Yeah, even though I have spots here, I need to try to get over here just so I have a little bit of cover to work behind. But man, is my team not making this easy. I'm trying here. Thank you very much, that helped. I do have an M7 that's most likely going to come around on this side. But again, I'm kind of stuck out here. If I back up over this, I might take a damaging shot, but it might be worth it. I would definitely say that was worth it. Shit. Oh, I should have had an APCR around there. Holy crap. How are you even in a spot that hit me here? Is like, what are these guys doing? I'm sorry, but literally, what are you guys doing? I only have one more AP shell left. Yeah, and I'm dead by Artie. I hate to be that person to spam the map, but like, holy shit. Like, holy crap, like, I have no words. Hopefully they win that, because, hell, 2,600 damage. They should be able to win that. Hello, Grinder, nice to see you. Type 4, I can hop into that if you're asking that, or what tank that is. The Type 4 heavy here. I started with a premium because it's down to 50,000 credits again. You know, the 10 million credits helped out a lot, but having essentially 2 tier 9s to purchase plus equipment was, you know, a pretty big amount of credits. You can ask questions for World of Warplanes. I won't say I'm the most knowledgeable person for that, but, you know, I know a little bit about it. I might end up on their block list if they're like me. I actually, you know, I played probably a dozen matches in World of Warplanes today. I actually I had a good time in it too. If anybody's interested, I did post, it's over on the Discord server, which if anybody's interested, I have a Discord server here for people who watch the stream, support the stream, stuff like that. I do have to give you permission to get the most of our channels in it, but regardless, World of Warplanes, I had some fun playing it today, you know, changing up the settings. It did feel much better. It did not feel like you're driving through like pudding or jello. We're not driving, but flying. Hello, Jack. Nice to see you. But yeah, if anybody has any requests, you know, feel free to pop them in the chat. I can gladly get to them today. You know, I got some of my 3Xs that I needed to get done. Really what I have left is the Panther 2. Basically my German tanks I got to do, as far as the, you know, the 3Xs are concerned. Alright, for an IS-7 I'm going to need a premium AP round, maybe. I'm just concerned to go up there because the KV-4 can hit me on the left if I push too far this way. IS-7 can pop and hit me on the right. You know, there's a lot of ifs. This Jag Tiger 8.8, I shouldn't have to worry about him penning me. I swapped over to premium round. I can pen him on the superstructure as long as I get a decent roll. Hello, Abdul. Hello, Kawa. Nice to see you too. Very nice. But I guess I'll start pushing up here. There is an E4. It would be nice if our SPG could hit him. Oh, this poor Yag Tiger 8.8 though, like he knew I was coming, but still. I would have probably went to where that girl 15 is on their team in the center in that thing. It does not have the penetration to hold up over here. I'll answer that in a second because I'm gonna have to think about that, Graham. Dude. Oh Lord, that's not good. I can't push anymore with that IS-7 here. I wonder where the hell our SPG is aiming now. Like, in all honesty, like that spot should be capable of being artied. Thank you, Artie. He took a shot there. I'll give him points for that. All right, HE time. Unless if this E100 HEs him. I like the Type 4 so far. You don't have that terrible frontal gun depression that you did on the OHO. Alright. You're not going to want to ram me. That's fine. I'm just going to HE you. Oh, my team's not doing great here, but whatever. This is my second match in this. My first one I did like, I think it was like 3,500 damage or something around there, and I was hitting the freaking F7 help button the whole match, and nobody wanted to push up and help me. So we still ended up winning, though. I was glad. Thinking about what line I went in World of Warplanes, I went up the American fighter line. You know, not the heavy fighters or anything like that, but I forget what. I'm up to like the tier 4. I went up the Russian attack craft aircraft. I'm on like the BSH-1, something like that. Again, I'm not the most well versed in World of Warplanes. I do admit that. And I'm also up the British heavy fighter, the Bow fighter or Bew fighter. Yeah, those are the 3 lines I had. You know, when the game first came out, I did play it quite a bit. They're the first, you know, they're the 3 lines I'm grinding up. And then I have quite a few premium planes in there. You know, I have a couple, I think 2 tier 5s, and, you know, several tier 2 to 3 to 4 planes. I gotta get a shot, and he dropped down. Shit, they're gonna... Let's say they're gonna chase that guy, and right now that's not a good idea. Our only chance here is to get vision up here quick, hope that we can kill something here, then work back to the cap, but it's still pretty much of a long shot, considering the tanks we're up against, and they still have an SPG. It's just I'm way too slow to... Oh shit. So I'd say he made a little bit of a gaffe there. Whoops. I'm gonna wanna try to stay angled there. But I'm more concerned about that leopard. Granted, he just freaking penetrated me. Yeah, I'm not... Between all these, I'm dead. So... but nice little fight in this thing. Hello, Rich. Nice to see you. Alright, let me get some of these requests down. Yeah, I can do those requests. If anybody has any other requests, I can gladly get to them too. Definitely going to start out with the WZ-111. We lost Redshire. How did they lose that? I got a Mastery Badge First Class in High Caliber, but... Well, that's why they lose that. Or lost that. These 2 guys. Not to blame people. I hate doing that, but... If it's that obvious, I will. That, oh, that is frustrating to say the least. Hello, Dave. Nice to see you. Pretty decent match here, but again, it's still a loss. So it doesn't matter how much damage we do, it's still a loss. Levi's like, they're in 2 separate rooms. I don't know if you see that little dark blob in the floor back there. Which today, I did put up 2 new tank guides on WoT Guru. One for the Excelsior, the other for the T26E5, if anybody's interested. Really, they have some replays in there. I go over, I break the tanks down, kind of explain how they're played. Gives you a pretty good sense how to, counter them as well. It's this map again. I'm going to load up some heat and head this way. Yep, that was a tester plane. Yeah, I can add the T29 onto that list. Excuse me. But yeah, honestly, like, World of Warplanes, I played it a bit when it first came out, but the difference between it and War Thunder was drastic. I don't know why they still, the stock controls on World of Warplane. You have to switch them so much. That article I had linked in Discord, to where, switching them to primarily putting all the sensitivity, ramping it up up to 100% mainly. That's what I did. It made it feel pretty much the same compared to like the arcade in War Thunder. Blah. It felt pretty nice. I had some fun matches, and honestly, I was expecting to see like some long queue time stuff like that, but I didn't wait over about 45 seconds, and I played pretty early on this morning. Holy shit, I'm actually a little bit terrified here to push up. Yep, this is why. Oh, luckily I did not take much damage there. I was just looking at their tanks and I'm like, they have a couple tanks there that if they are heading over here, I know that I'd be able to beat them. Shit, I shot a rock. Just based, the Crusader shot a frickin' AP round there. Just based off of the WZ-111 got some buffs. You gotta fall back, T-34. I don't want to leave you out there, but we gonna die. But yeah, actually, if you just pop on, if you look at they have a token system for World of Warplanes now, where you can get some, shit, I just got ammo racked. Oh, and I don't have a repair kit. You can earn tokens basically by completing daily missions, and you can get like 30 days of premium time, stuff like that. That is, transferable to World of Tanks because they share premium time. It seems like a pretty, pretty decent way to get some premium time in World of Tanks if you, enjoy playing warplanes, at least for a few matches a day. Or not a few. It would probably take, the matches honestly aren't long. Probably take like 10 matches to get at least 1 token a day. I'm just sticking with pure heat here because I'm ammo racked. Feel bad for that T-34, but at the same time, there's not much I could have done to help him. Even if I'd pushed past him, the arty was, still the thing shooting at him. Which, I'm just letting my team get up a little bit here. They can help me with the T-44. It's just, with my ammo rack, this T-44 can take me out before... Shit, I'm gonna have... I wanted to take a shot there, but my gun's out. Oh my god. Stop shooting me. Awesome. I definitely don't need a premium round now. I'm gonna... No, I'm switching over to AP. It's not even worth me trying to aim in with a damaged gun at that range, especially with an ammo rack. Yeah. Yeah, I can add the 140 on as well. Ah, there's that little bugger. Lucky for you, I got a damaged ammo rack, but unlucky for you, I can one-shot you. Yeah, like you know, they're not all live players, but you know, at the very least, the wait times are, you know, pretty. Okay, I'll ram him. Yeah, I was about to say, if he's using premium, he can pretty much just punch right through my lower plate. He missed it there, though. Yep. Ah, he tracked me. Shit, and I do not have a repair kit. Nope, he got me. Oh well. I still think I did my job, though. Hello, Fang and Hayden. Nice to see you guys. I don't know specifically. Like, the planes I played today, I think I saw that one in my garage. Or my hangar, I should say, in World of Warplanes. Yeah, I didn't play that one. Okay, so I'll play the T-29 up next. And then, okay, if I can find it. I'll hop into the WZ-132 after that. Kind of, Fang. I would say yes. See, even the matches where I'm at like 5 kills or something, and I really want that 6th one, I don't expect people to give it to me. But that's just my opinion on things. But I think team killing's never a solution unless someone's actively shooting you and they're blue. If they aren't, there's always a pretty high chance that if you shoot them back, you might be 24-hour banned. So, okay, I'm honestly not going city. I very much want to, considering that they have 3 T-49s. Like, say if those guys just kind of sit back and chuck HE at me if I'm down here, that probably adds up to about 500-600 damage a volley. So that adds up quite a bit. Thank you for the subscription, Sasha. Okay, I'm going to throw the Strev 1030 in. I haven't played a match in it yet. Literally, the match right before I start streaming here was in, I think, the T26E5, and I just got enough credits to put equipment on it. So, next tanks I have to buy. Oh, that guy, he got dirt. Oh, Lord, that penetrated him. Hello, Sasha. That was... he's probably mad, but he shouldn't... Honestly, he shouldn't have expected anything else. Now, there is no Artie here, so it's kind of in our favor, but only if we let those little T-49s, well, A, not flank us, but B, you know, be the aggressors. If we push into them, you know, they're aimed in, we're going to take damage, they can just pop back before we can hit them. You know, if they're the ones kind of pushing up, you know, we're the ones going to be able to get shots off, and we're more likely not to take damage. What are you doing, dude? Like, why? Why WZ-111? That literally made no sense. Ah, well, thank you. I hit that freaking mute button again. Honestly, you didn't miss much. You missed me complaining about what those guys just did. Let me actually fix that real quick. It's just gonna take a second. Hopefully, I just need to. All right. Yes, let me fix this here. I meant to do this honestly earlier. There we go. Thank you, the guys, for letting me know again. Hello, Sebastian. WZ132 coming up here. I said I kind of figured what the problem was. Well, sometimes this cord hits it, but I had the keys mixed up on left and right on my keyboard. So that's why sometimes I accidentally graze the mute button, whereas I meant it to be the unmute button. So that didn't happen. Regardless of that last match, there was nothing I could have done to change that up, unfortunately. Yeah, direct fire Artie, the T-49s. But I don't get why people push in like that. Like, we would have been able to defend if we just sat there and let them kind of come to us. If we stayed in one ball, like, we still probably wouldn't have won, don't get me wrong, but it would have been definitely a better, hopefully draw a couple people this way, would have been a better fight than what we put up. I just stuck with APCR because I was getting as much damage as I could there, regardless of how much it was going to cost. Which I ran into. Here's another T-49 platoon. Must be a trend today. I wonder if there's some sort of reasoning behind that. I'm just trying to get some spots off here. Awesome. Our Lava freaking drowned himself. Awesome, dude. Oh, Lord. Oh, thank God. I am so glad I freaking hit that. You're going on my blacklist. I'm so glad I hit that freaking space bar, though, to break. Oh, how did that not hit him? That was going directly for him. Oh, Lord. A little bit of a mistake there on my part. Let's say there doesn't seem to be too much on my right. I could be wrong here, but yeah, I can play it, Dana. Oh no. Shit, I almost was gonna be able to hit him. Yeah, I'm surprised that nobody else got a shot on him. I'm gonna go back ours up here. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I missed him. God damn it. Ooh, I'm glad he missed me. Oh, I can't believe I missed that. But at least I am still alive for the time being. Not that our other side is doing fantastic. Alright, T-34. You got this. Oh my god, you don't got this. Shit. Shit. Oh, Oh no, I got a low roll. We killed him at least. That guy, I don't know how some people get that much luck. That T-49 should have died though, a while ago. Shit, I was about to say, I thought I had a shot. Crap. I took my eyes off of him because I thought he had shot at that comet, but he didn't. Oh well. Don't know how some people get that much luck though in a light tank like that. Well, that would help, Graham. Or just, you know, shoot me. Like, honestly, people have sent me how to pronounce things. It's just, you can never expect someone to be able to pronounce everything right. I'll just leave it at that. Alright, so Object 140 up next, and then I'll hop into the T-37. It's like, I admit it, it's just something, only so much I can do. Alright, so after this, T-37, Chaffee, and the tank I obviously cannot pronounce. Alright. These first few matches here have just, they're getting me a little bit annoyed. Granted that I missed, I think it was 3 shots. Mainly because I forgot with the WZ-132. The gun depressions on it is workable, but it's definitely not at the levels that you're kind of used to in, say, like an American tank or something. Okay. I'm just seeing what scouts we have out here, because I might stick out over on this side. Say from what he looks like. Ah, awesome. I'm glad I started moving forward, T10. The 113s are popping out that way, leaving nobody here. Okay. Hello, Vlado. Nice to see you. I'm doing all right. How's your day going? Say we just have nobody in the center of the town here, which scares the hell out of me. Oh god, that was a bad move. This has always confused me, this frickin' little tank wall there, because it hurts this side more so than it hurts. You know, the other side doesn't have a barrier like that in place. It's not your fault, Dana. It's like, you know, like the Louva, you know, I can try to pronounce it. It just comes out different every time. It's just, you know, it's something I've always struggled with. It's who I am. You know, some days I'm amazed that I can talk. You know, because honestly, growing up, I went through a lot of speech therapy in elementary school, so this is a very big risk for me to push up here like this, but I'll chance it. I'm really concerned about the Scorpion G. I'm hoping now I take possibly one hit from him. There's one. There's a T10. It's like we have Artie here. I'm just going to auto aim at him. There we go. Thank you very much, Udez. But we pulled back at least 2 of their tanks here. I got to get up and try to help him now. Just with my HP, I'm not able to fight this guy very effectively. The T10 at least. There we go. Oh, yeah, I'm probably gonna die. Whoopsie daisy, I shouldn't have shot that. I'll at least get one more damaging shot off here and I'm dead. Still did 1800 damage, but finally these 113s are moving up, but you know, at least we pulled a few of their guys back. That should help out as long as our team can, you know, as long as our team can capitalize that. Alright, hello Michael, nice to see you. What did I say I was going to play after this? T37. But the 140, you know, I was hesitant to push up that far just because, you know, mainly low alpha. It has very good DPM, mobility, has better gun depression than a lot of the other tier 10 Russian mediums. It's just, you know, it's definitely going to soak up, or not soak up a lot of damage, I mean. Its turret armor is pretty poor. You know, it's a Russian medium, but it's still a pretty weak mantlet, and or there's no mantlet, but weak turret front, I should say. So, oh, I slur everything. Honestly, it's probably part of the reason I did so poorly in the way they do Spanish classes in school, where they like drill you to the T to try to get you to speak it perfectly. I always hated that. Like, I know what I'm saying. You know, don't expect me to speak Spanish like a, you know, essentially someone from Spain or something. But trust me, I'm trying, guys. I appreciate the help. It's just, yeah, my own mouth is against me sometimes. Don't know why exactly I went out here, but we do have a couple lights over there, so I'm not particularly against this, honestly. I'll stick with it. It's like the gun on the T37 is good enough. 150 pen, 199 with APCR. Ooh, Lord, they have a lot of people out there. It just means, yeah, I do not know what... I hate people going up there. It's... If you're looking at where I can shoot from right now, they can literally just shoot to where we're at here. That's the extent of what they can hit. They cannot project their fire pretty much anywhere else on the map. I was trying to sneak in a shot there. It's just really the only time I head over there is if, you know, there's nobody else on this flank, or an SPG maybe. You know, SPGs sometimes, if you have a quick one, it's not a bad idea. But for a regular, do you guys not see the guy over here? Thank you, Cromwell. So I'm gonna track him and then move on to this KV-1. At least I got plenty of things to shoot at here, but hopefully I don't get popped by something big. I'm gonna swap over to APCR just to make this, even though he gets angled here, so he's done for. But T37, oftentimes I play it like a, you know, a light little medium tank. The gun is pretty good when you're pretty much top tier. You know, right now there is a tier 7 in this match, but he's, you know, he's just one tank. But you can definitely rack up some damage in this thing. Alright, I do have to worry because this BDR, he is able to hit me if I push up any further. But these guys are just Oh, they are giving me shots for days here. Honestly, this is like I'm gonna get hit here eventually. I can't go a match with full HP like this. Maybe I can, but you know, I'm gonna take what the enemy gives me here, and they are giving me a lot. Okay, there's a Type T-34. I'm gonna mosey on over here. But holy shit, 2,400 damage so far. Like, this is like unreal almost. I'm gonna run out of freaking shells here. Like, that's how much freaking shots I'm getting off here. Honestly, my team has needed me to get this many shots off too. This is gonna be risky though. Especially with that ammo rack. Whew. Yeah, it's the guy that's been shooting you the whole match, BDR. Very nice. Holy crap, though. How is my team is still just like falling, and I'm down to. Oh, I'm glad I did not waste that shot because I have 1 APCR left, 1 AP, and I should have probably saved them. Holy frickin' shit, though. Oh my lord. Oh god, I messed that up. I wish I had a regular shell. Ah shit. I keep frickin' messing up the going forward. Honestly though, if this is not an ace tanker, there is something wrong with World of Tanks here. Oh, I'm gonna have to clip this out. It's just gonna take me a second here, guys. Oh lord, this was pretty fun. Yeah, ace tanker, high caliber, top gun. Holy shit. Thank you for requesting that, Abdul. That was probably the best match, not experience wise, I've had in the T-37, but holy crap, that just speaks wonders there. Okay, I just gotta cut this out here real quick. Oh, that was fun. Again, thank you very much for requesting that, Abdul. That was a pretty fun match. Whew. Okay. Just let me finish cutting this out, and then the next tank I'm hopping into will be the Luva. Maybe I'm getting closer there. Oh my god. Oh, that was kind of like shooting fish in the barrel, wasn't it? But still happened. Okay, time to move on. Not to say this is going to be... That's alright, Uber. Yeah, I can play the Strev. I literally just got it, you know, right before the stream here, actually. You know, since Sky was very gracious in gifting that package, I was able to pick up that in a Type 4. Alright, so we got this guy, and then T30, Chaffee. And then I'll play the Strev, then the Chaffee after that. Feel bad for the VDR. I don't feel that bad for him. Which, hello, hipster. Sorry, I forgot to... yeah, I didn't really keep up on chat on that match for obvious reasons. pretty much Graham. I plan on... Hello, Melanie. Yeah, I can add the super person on. Yeah, that's what I was just doing. You know, when I say right now, I found the easier way for me to clip out things for, you know, another upload. I can do it right here now. It's going to be the same as what you saw in the stream, but I can do that. That one I might actually do a voiceover for, but you'll be seeing tomorrow. That will probably pop up. Plus, I have one other match from a couple days ago on the stream that'll pop up tomorrow at least. Ooh, can I get it? Ah, I was like, can I get that lucky? No. Yeah, I can play the super Pershing next, and then, yeah, I don't know if you're restrained on time, so yeah, I can do that next. And then I can play the Strav and the Chaffee. Which I never sure if it's the Chaffee or the Chaffee. I'm pretty sure the Chieftain did a article about that at some point. That actually looked like it hit a tank. I didn't see any, you know, any smoke behind that. But again, thank you very much for that request. I always like it when you guys request things and I can get a pretty damn good match like that. I wasn't... Oh, shit. I wasn't planning on pushing down here. That was a bad shot, but I just don't know if he can pop down here. But I will pop down here if these guys let me. It's just... I need to get around without exposing my side too much. I don't mind taking a shot. I just don't want to get ammo racked. It's like I am completely fine with taking that shot if it means that we can push up. Just gonna track him there to get this WZ a good shot. Or he used a repair kit, but this IS-3 is gonna... Yep, he's gonna scoot away. What's the minimum tier? You can request pretty much down to tier 2, but I prefer to keep it preferably tier 5 or up, but I will play tier 4s. You know, more than just, you know, on one-off battle. But definitely once you get below tier 4, I will say my tank selection is very minimal, to say the least. Oftentimes those tiers I gut tanks. Rather take the tank out there than shoot the guy in front of me. IS-7 match? That might be one. Honestly, it was about last week when I figured out this clipping thing out of this stream a lot easier. So it might have been from before that time. Shit. Ah, I just got ammo racked. That's what I was trying to avoid. And I'm also trying to avoid getting shot from the butt there. Leo, I will try to reward you here by ramming this guy, but I chose the wrong way. At least our team's doing good here. Maybe I can... No. I was like, maybe I can ammo rack him there? No. Leo, hide. Very nice. Good teamwork, guys. I'm just gonna still head this way. Whew. Alright. I do not have the Hetzer. That's requested quite a bit, but unfortunately I do not have it. Right now my plan is, you know, I have the tier 10 Swedish TD to buy eventually, the tier 9 and 10 Swedish heavy to buy eventually. I have the E50, E50M, and I also have the other Indian Panzer up that tank line, and the German lights. So I'm working on them first. I'm hoping I can grind through them in a fairly good time frame, and then I'm gonna start purchasing back, other tanks that I've already unlocked, like the Hetzer, M103, the T10, stuff like that, ST1. I plan on that's gonna happen after I finish these grinds here. There might be a couple here or there I can pick up before that. All the grinds are done. If I haven't unlocked the tanks yet, but that's at least my plan. Yeah, if requesting things, Melanie, I always get the tank requests as long as I have the tank. So, when you request it, I will get to it as soon as possible. But I will pop into it next though, since after that I can do the Strev, 1030, stuff like that. But if you keep asking, no, I might not play it next. I already said I was gonna play it, so hold your horses. He's not aiming at me, so honestly, I'm not even worried here. Oh, awesome. Thank you. I don't know if that was on purpose, because no, that guy didn't even have a shot there. Like, are you kidding me? If you shoot me again, dude, I'm gonna report the hell out of you. Even if I moved a little bit, that T-43 did not have a shot on that IS-6. Have you been trolled lately? No, not since that one time, a few streams ago. I did put in place, I banned quite a few chat words, or words in chat, not chat words, but where it will automatically filter out some people. Very extreme cases. I don't want to add say normal curse words. Like if someone says like fuck or something or shit. Like I'm not gonna do that. But I did filter out quite a few words where it automatically will. Basically, they might think that they're typing, but honestly, no one will see it, or it will automatically temporarily ban them. So that might help out in the future. That was just something where I had a few words in there already, but obviously I didn't have enough. Thank you, Dana. It's alright, Melanie. But I haven't seen your name around, so it's not like you were doing it maliciously or not. But after this I'm going to play the Tier 9 Swedish TD. And I have a Chaffee request. I'm doing the Super Person now. The T20. Unfortunately I don't have the Hetzer. It's just once you get down in the lower tiers, like I said, oftentimes I have quite a few tanks right now bought with crews. I just don't have equipment, modules, ammunition. I gutted everything. That way I could keep up with these grinds somewhat on a timely pace. It's like I essentially gutted all my low tiers and probably netted about maybe like 1 million credits, somewhere around there, as far as helping me out with equipment and stuff, because I had tier 1s and everything with like full equipment loadouts on it, because I used back when doing like tournaments and different things, essentially you brought like I think it was like 4 or 5, I think it was 5 tier 8s and then 2 tier 1s on a team to spot. So I had kitted out tier 1s for that. Yes, I did SWAT. I glanced over it. Most notably, probably the TOG, Panther 1, and Panther 2 are probably going to receive the biggest changes. What other tanks? I kitted out the PZ-4H, and I also picked out the Strev, the Tier 9 TD, 1030, and the Type 4. It's just, I had 11 million credits to go through, and between the 2 Tier 9s, that took up, basically like 10 of that. So, okay, they are pushing very hard out there. I'm gonna venture to say it's like 30% safe for me to cross here. Worked out for me. And I pulled out a little bit too far there. Okay, IS-6, it's all you. And you missed. I do not know if they have a lot of tanks out this way. I'm very hesitant to do this, but I'd say it's very rewarding if we can get this 9 and 8 out, because they are not pushing to town. They're not pushing pretty much anywhere. Awesome. So I will gladly stick my neck out here. Thank you, Melanie. Yeah, I try my best, you know, to excuse me, get you know, tank requests done. For whatever reason, my throat is dry as a bone tonight. I'm not getting hit from out here, which this could just be a trap. I have not heard any shells whiz by me or land near me, so honestly, I am assuming, oh god, that's not a tank I want to see. I'm assuming right now that they do not have anything out here on my right. I just have to keep kind of up here because the problem I'm going to run into, these guys are trying to help me, but they're also going to be shot. They have that T-29 in that center road. But I will gladly fight against these two guys. Like, that Skoda scares me the most. But on the T-40 or T-34-3, he... Oh, I set him on fire. He did have a fire extinguisher. I was about to say, if he has food, like a lot of people run on those things, that's gonna definitely blow up in his face. Or burn up in his face, I should say. But the T-34-3, I believe, requires a bit of heat rounds on it, so I was not really opposed to fighting him. But even though, you know, this isn't oh shit, that was a bad move by me. You know, that wasn't exactly the safest maneuver that you typically would do in a match. You gotta play the match like, you know, the enemy sets it up for you. They didn't put anyone out in the field too far, and once I kind of saw that happening, you know, it was pretty much a no-brainer for me to head out that way. And at this point, I'm just trying to prevent myself from getting side-shotted, but trying not to use a lot of APCR too, honestly. Thank you, GW. You knocked my gun out. Yeah. Thanks, Melanie. But yeah, you know, learning your enemy's weaknesses, knowing that most likely he was going to be chucking heat at me. He would have been better off with AP, honestly. But knowing that, just moving around a bit and making sure I was angled, so say he couldn't punch straight through here, it made it hard for him basically to get a shot. So I basically wrote him off more, you know, more likely than not. He wasn't going to do much. I just focused on the Skoda. He was the primary threat there, and he was also the easiest for me to damage. Pretty nice match though, almost 3,500 damage. .907 looks overpowered. It's a pretty good... Yeah, it's a pretty good tank. Another ace tanker though. Thanks for the request, Melanie. So let me save this one here, and I'm actually going to clip this out again. I just got to let it catch up here for a second. Whoopsie daisy. All right. See ya, Kawa. See ya, Melanie, too, since I think you were gonna pop out there. Yeah, the 113, I would definitely say it. Like, I still need to get safe stowage on it. It will be, the 113 is definitely a good tank with safe stowage. Without it, though, no. Sure, I can add the M3 Lee on there. I don't think there was any other request. I still have a list of requests here. Thanks for stopping in, you two, though. As far as the easiest, like I do mention it on WoT Guru. There's which tank line is right for you. I go over every tank line in the game outside of SPGs. I'll add them in once they rebalance SPGs. It is a lot to read, though. I would say the quote-unquote easiest, from tier 1 to tier 10, but primarily focusing on 5 to 10. I would definitely say it would be the American line. Really, the only tank I don't like in that is the T-32, but it is workable if fully upgraded. If you use a little bit of APCR right now, and the stock M103. Outside of that, I like that whole line. And then, honestly, when they buff the speed, I would say the T110E4 line would probably be a very good line, because the prototype is really the only iffy tank in that line. And even the E3 line will be nice. But, I really do like... see you, Grinder. Thanks for watching. Hello, Jerry, too. Nice to see you. But I would say, well, those three. I really like suggesting, like, American tanks. And, they're very easy, and, they're easy because they're good at a lot of things. And the gun depression mainly helps a lot. If I had to pick another line, like, someone said the E50M line, I believe, or... if you're talking... I wouldn't say that's the easy line. Even with the Panther 2, them changing it, it's not a hard grind if they fix the Panther 2. But, that's probably the easiest German line out of the bunch. And then for Russians, just what comes to mind is the IS-7 line, honestly. But usually I recommend American lines because they are easy in a sense to where it's not like you're driving, the heaviest of heavy tanks and you're on a map that doesn't work for them. American tanks are good at a little bit of everything, so oftentimes, you find yourself struggling if you're against a specialized tank and you're playing in an area that they're very suited to, but, they're very well-rounded. Alright, so this is my first match in this thing. I have not taken this out yet. Essentially, it's a little bit slower than the UDES 3. A lot more firepower. Armor can bounce. Rounds, basically 120 millimeters can ricochet off the front. But there are a couple spots that they can punch through. So after this, as far as requests go, I have the Chaffee, T20, M3 Lee. I don't think I missed anybody's request. Let me know if I did, though. I will add it on. I'm gonna try to play this exactly like I played a match in the UDES earlier because I was finishing the grind. But I don't have anybody out in front of me, which scares the piss out of me. I'm gonna try to play this to where I can get some shots in here if I'm lucky. There we go. Very nice. There's a nice cheap little hit there, and yeah, he moved. It's just if they don't push this hard, which it looks like they are playing this similar to how my team's playing it, this will be very nice for me. I like this spot for... I don't think I'll spot it, but I might have been. This thing just pumps out damage, even more so than the UDES. Even though it's a tier higher, the DPM it starts getting crazy. Specifically at the tier 10, but the tier 9 is definitely good as well. Looks like Ryan has come to play a few matches here.
I'm just here to request that you don't late night snack on all of the pizza. I would like to take 2 pieces to work tomorrow for lunch.
Maybe.
Thank you.
Considering we went to Taco Bell, I guess I don't have to eat all of that.
Thanks.
You guys ruined me mentioning it the last stream. Granted, we're up there anyway. We had to drive her sister to the airport, so why not stop there? I'm not too concerned about moving right now, only because I'm getting decent damage off, and you know my team's not doing anything terrible. Granted, we do need to start pushing that way. I will start making my way that way, actually. They got 2 in the cat. Hello, Harry. Alright, I can add, yeah, I can add those tanks on. It's honestly, I think it might be a coincidence, but I think the first match in a tank that you have played, you're always top tier. I'm semi-keeping track, I'm not writing it down, but every time I play a tank for the first time, I make note of it, and so far the past dozen tanks, give or take, maybe like 2. Like it might be 10, might be 14 past tanks, but every single one has been... Holy crap, she is making some chocolate milk pretty loud out there. It has been top tier. Just something I've seen. But yeah, I can do the T95, Tiger 2, and also the STB. I don't think she knows how loud she is making chocolate milk. Honestly, I do not want to push out here far, but right now these are the only shots I really have. Oh, how did I miss that? Holy shit, which that actually hurt quite a bit. Like M12. How the hell did I miss you, dude? This is not ideal for fighting in this up. Holy crap. Up close. I'll take a track with him. Primarily because he bounced off of me. He does not have a gun over 120 millimeters. I would very much like, thank you, for someone to kill him. Alright, I need to get out of here. New tanks on console? Would see you for a bit, Michael. Thanks for watching. Console's getting new tanks? Okay. Yeah, it's something where I remember them kind of denying it in a way, but that was a long time ago. I didn't know if they actually admitted things since then. That was a bad shot. It's like this is coming from the UDES, where the UDES is laser accurate. This is actually a pinch inaccurate compared to that. It's still a very accurate tank, don't get me wrong, but the overall accuracy is a little bit worse. Just something to keep in mind. We do have a Centurion and a T-49 coming up here. I'm just keeping my eyes on him, and I'm probably gonna die. Ooh, I got a little lucky. Yep, I was about to say, my luck has run out. I needed to pop back here. I'll tell her you said hi, John. She ran out of here pretty quickly. I just have a tendency after streams to be pretty hungry, since I don't usually talk this much. She's just trying to safeguard her lunch. We're getting a bit of snow tomorrow, so hopefully school doesn't get delayed. Come on. Wonderful. This is definitely feeling a little bit harder than it should be. I think... Crap, I thought I had a shot on him. Oh, it's like the smallest of frickin' shots, but... I don't even have a shot on that guy. Come on, M46, push out there. Shit. I just don't have the HP now to do this. I gave you a shot there, 55A. At least we killed him, but... Oh, I gotta... Shit. I was about to say I gotta help, and I messed that up. I could have gotten a shot off on that M46. Well, no, what I was kind of saying is when you first buy a tank, your first match is always top tier. It's just something I've noticed. Alright, Type 61. I'm going to give you a chance here. There is this Emil back here, unfortunately, and I think they spotted me. This thing just turns... Oh my god. Don't do it. This thing turns so much slower than the Udez. Ah, I was just about to shoot him. At least they still got this, but not a bad match. 3,000 damage. 1,200 spotting. I would say that's a pretty successful match. I'll wait to see if they kill this guy quick. Honestly, like, I get it. That is something World of Tanks does. They won't publicly admit that that is exactly what they do, but you know, being a free-to-play game, it is something you have to contend with. Essentially, they will release lines where the tanks are good. It's like right now they're having a little bit of trouble getting people to play the Swedish tanks, which is why there's so much incentive to play them with the discounts. You get like personal reserves and consumables and stuff for playing them right now for both lines for like another month. But essentially, they release tanks. They are considered good, if not just a pinch better than they should be, and they will rein them in eventually. But say like the Czechs tanks, like the TVP and stuff, they've been considered, like right now I guess got a gun rammer and 20 cinnamon buns for just playing that tank. Like they're giving some pretty good incentives for pushing down this tank line, but you know, it is part of the business model, and you know, it's something where eventually your tank, at this point, you will get quite a bit of run out of it being a little bit too well, but they aren't blatantly releasing completely overpowered ones anymore. They did do that before, you know, 2+ years ago, but you know, it is part of their model, which there was a pretty well written. It was on ftr.wotnews.com, or it's like wot/news.com, for the record blog. Silent Stalker, he went to Armored Warfare, you know, a little over like a year and a half, 2 years ago, but he posted something about like what is a dead game, and he was talking about World of Tanks, how you know, they're having trouble with rebalancing, which I talked about it. They're trying to do too much, and really at this stage in the game, like people want them to remove arty. They're not going to do that. They can't at this point. It's been way too long. But they're having trouble changing the game, but running into not changing it too much and not getting anything accomplished, changing it too much, and then it's not the same game, and it hurts revenue. But yeah. But essentially, you know, like, it is kind of part, like, you know, they are a business, and if they just release things that people don't want to get to that tier 10 or tier 9, or at least like the tier 7 or 8, to spend a little bit of money to get their premium account and stuff, the game wouldn't exactly be alive at this point. It probably would have fizzled out like 2 years ago, stuff like that. Like, I don't see too much of a problem with it, like, unless they release something like the Waffle Trager E100 again. That thing was blatantly broken for several patches, and even after they nerfed it, it was still blatantly too good. I went with it there. I was gonna hit the rock anyway. I decided to go over it. I'm gonna try to spot here. Let's see if I can get a couple people. Nope. My whole team's heading that way, which I'm fine with. I would very much like an SPG, though, to take a shot or two that way. Since we have literally no tanks over here. Shit, there's an M5 Stewart. Oh, I'm probably gonna regret going across. Or not. I completely agree. Like, I get why people don't like it, but, you know, you guys know my opinion on it. I like it as how it should be implemented, which is what Wargaming's trying to do. Whether or not they get it to that level, to where it's more of a support class and less direct, like, Alpha Strike damage, I think it'll work out wonderful. But people, I think they're always going to complain about it. It's just, you know, at least they'll complain less about it. I just wish Wargaming, Serb no longer responds to like Q&As on the Russian server, so you don't see his responses anymore. The same thing with Storm. Essentially, they're, you know, they've kind of, say, graduated from having to do that job. But more or less, you know, I used to like them answering questions because someone would be like, remove already from the game. Serb used to just permanent ban them on the Russian servers. Something like that. Like, I always found his Q&As pretty funny. Yeah, this KV-1S is chugging over here. Little does he know, I am not just a pushover light tank. Yeah, free spall liner. Which it will be interesting. The Clan War, what is it, the VK7201K or something. The one that's getting added to the tech tree in the next patch for the German heavy tanks. It's going to be under a different name. It seems like the players that own the Clan Wars one, because they're a little bit annoyed that they had to work for it, now they're giving it out as a standard tank. They might be getting a 4th equipment spot on that tank. It's looking to be that they are going to get something along those lines. So that'll be interesting. I hope this is like the only case of them doing this and it doesn't open up, like in World of Warships, premium ships can have added equipment slots and stuff, like the Arkansas Beta, stuff like that, compared to their same tier counterparts. I think that would be a very slippery slope for World of Tanks to tackle at this point. This has been a little fun match though so far. It's been a pretty good night for light tanks so far, if I must say myself. Granted, I love the T-37 and the Chaffee. They just scream American tanks, where they're not the best in any one area for a light tank, but they're good enough in every little bit of area, and specifically firepower, that they are very fun to play. Probably gonna, if this guy pushes over, I'm gonna try to tackle him. It's just, yep, I knew that there was gonna be already here. It's very hard to hit a tank on a ridge line. Reason being why I did not go over. That would have been very poor for my health. I was just waiting for this guy to aim at somebody else before popping over, since he was aiming my way. Thank you very much. Whew. This is a pretty fun match though. 1400 damage, 1200 spotting. Another ace tanker match. Thank you again, Abdul, for the request. I'm gonna have to clip this one out again. Tonight has been a pretty good night so far. All right, let me get to saving this real quick. making my replay folder frickin' fill up though. Granted, I think I can live with that. All right. So let's get this over there. Yeah. Trust me. I remember the. I remember the pre-TD and RD nerf. It was definitely not a fun time to play. But I agree something did need to be done. I didn't really. I got the changes to RD. Like, I was on board with them when they came out, but at the same time, they did. I commented on it back then. A lot of people did on the forums where, nerfing their accuracy, their profitability, basically making them frustrating to play, but not solving the number one problem, the huge alpha damage of one-shots. That was the kicker. They didn't address that. They just made it frustrating to play it. So, they're finally realizing that at this point. They should have just put a little bit more effort into it back then. But, back when they did those changes, they were pretty much in full swing of pumping out maps, new tank lines and stuff, which, it was, not to say it was more fun playing back then, because, it's fun now. The game's a lot more balanced, but they definitely had a different mentality back then, and they just slapped a fix on real quick without testing it as much as they do now. They had super tests back then, but the community, for not to give Wargaming too much credit, they do listen to the community a lot more than people give them credit to, and especially within the past year. Whether or not it's your specific server is a different thing, but they will listen to their players a bit more than certain other game companies. All right. I honestly don't like defending when I'm in a medium. I usually find myself over here. I just don't find myself that useful. It's a couple bad shots I took here, but let's see if anything else like this. What is it? A Cheeto, I think. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to pop out here just a pinch. There is this medium here, but specifically we just have to, basically get a spot where we can start turning a flank without being shot from on, say, two sides. So getting whatever tanks over here out would go a long way, which right now they do have Artie out here, but all of their tanks are to my left. That guy's AFK, it looks like. So we do need to get him out, but I'm honestly not worried about him. He has not moved an inch. He's gone. There's a Yag Panther. There's also a Cromwell. Come on, T20. Usually it's pretty a straight shooter. I'll take a shot from a Yag Panther. If I have to. Trying to aim in, you can still move forward, backwards if you're afraid Artie's going to hit you, like I was there. You'll still aim in on a lot of tanks like the T20. It's better than staying still though and just being a sitting duck. Alright, I'm going to want to, I think, pop out this way. They do have a T-37 potentially, and a TD out here. But I am going to want to get in. Screw you, Yag Panther 4. Of all the tanks, you shot at me. I was going for the Tiger P. I was not even gonna... Granted, I might have just driven in front of the shot he was taking. But that led to you getting shot sooner. Ooh, he's on fire. Very nice. I guess I didn't have to worry about the Tiger P. But yeah, after this I have the M3 layup, and then there's no requests after that. So if anybody wants anything else specific, or wait, there are requests. Shit, scratch that. There's a T95, Tiger 2, and a STV1. So after them, you know, feel free to keep requesting tanks, guys. I have plenty of time to, you know, do some more tanks here. And then I have a couple doubles I need to do. Panther 2, VK3002D, and whatever it is, the SP1C. Pretty good match though, nearly 1600 damage. Yeah, I forgot I usually am good with writing down requests right away. That way I don't have to skim through anymore, but I forgot to write them down. Alright. Pretty decent match though. Most amount of damage on my team. Almost the most in the match, but T20, you know, it's one of the better tier 7 mediums right now. So we have M3 Lee. Thank you, hipster. I need to remember to drink my coffee. What the hell, I might as well finish it. I need to remind myself to drink it before 9:30, 10 at the latest, or else I'm not able to go to bed early enough. I'm up till like 1 a.m. like staring at the wall like, what have I done? I'm definitely gonna have to stop drinking it though by the time I go back to work full time. I would probably get diabetes because I like it with a lot of. I don't like the taste of coffee. I like it with, you know, sugar, milk, sometimes chocolate syrup. I need it on some days, you know, since I'm streaming. Usually I go to bed at like 9:30, so I need it some nights. It depends on how early I wake up on the weekends. I've been waking up earlier. You know, past couple days because Ryan's sister's been here. Today we, you know, pretty much planned to get some stuff done. So if I didn't get up early, I wouldn't have got those two tank guides done. Honestly, I'm shooting to at least do about hopefully two articles a week right now, on top of doing live stream stuff like that. My next live stream, like, I might pop on a little bit tomorrow at some point for a game. It's not going to be World of Tanks. Maybe it'll be World of Warplanes, World of Warships, something like that. Probably not World of Warships though. I still play that game. You know, I'll play it at least once a week now. But I really liked battleships, but I find myself only wanting to play destroyers and cruisers now because, you know, about 4 minutes in each match of a battleship, almost a full match in World of Tanks. I was gonna say World of Warships, but you're just driving around not doing anything. I don't find that fun. I might take a hit here, but oh, that's gonna hurt me. He bounced though. Good. I don't think there's gonna be somebody on my left. You gotta play so much different in tier 4 matches sometimes. I take a lot more risks. It's just, I saw they have 3 Arty, 2 TDs. They're not going to be over here. There's an LTP, and then there's a couple tanks not spotted. They're most likely in their base or over on the 8 line. So that was not as risky as it looked like. High tier match, wouldn't have done that. Yeah, you'll definitely like the T20. John, Dreadnought is a possibility. I've been holding off on streaming that again. only because like it literally just got out of alpha. I actually consider it still in alpha testing on the state of the game. Um, there's not too many bugs, but they're still working out their servers. Like it's that early on in testing that their servers are continually dropping. So the reason I haven't streamed it is the past 2 times where I've had a chance to. Um, honestly, their servers were not in a, they were playable, but essentially they were dropping in and out. And I couldn't exactly start streaming, and the server potentially kicked me off. That hurt. That T40, holy crap, and the M37. Hopefully that doesn't cost us the win. We're ahead, but you never know for a mid-tier. I still do like that game though, Dreadnought. The community over there, the testers, they're really, honestly, it's a very hostile place right now because they did change a lot of the game. They essentially started putting in, because it's going to be a free-to-play game, they started putting in, the model that they need. They modeled it closely with World of Tanks, with the tier system. They only have 5 tiers though. And the community from, alpha testing, bugs and getting the gameplay right, going to a more playable state in closed beta, to where now they're hoping for open beta once they get the servers in line. The core players that are really excited for the game, they're very angry, to say the least. I would relate it to people trying to get Artie out of World of Tanks. But I kind of feel bad for the developers over there because, it's hard for them to exactly say, like, their poor community manager is trying his best. They're trying to get across that, they are open for changes, which they are. It's not going to be, I'll say it definitely will be a cheaper game than World of Tanks as far as buying, like, premium ships. And it's almost all cosmetic. The grind isn't long enough to really make you want a free XP stuff. Essentially, the differences in tiers are, they're the performance differences, but unlocking modules on ships isn't exactly holding you back from performing well in your tier. I do like that. But yeah, it is a possibility. I want to actually cover that game. Over on menzgaming.com. Anything non-World of Tanks I play, eventually, if I stick with it, I'm going to start putting it over there. That's my goal, since I do like, making videos, playing games as a hobby. Unfortunately, WoT Guru is kind of, the URL is very specific to World of Tanks. So that's why I did open up a second website about 2 years ago. Right now there's just World of Warships on it, and Settlers of Catan. I guess Catan right now. That's since they shortened the name, which is a board game. But yeah, I do plan on expanding it. This World of Tanks isn't going to last forever, which I'm in a T95, so I've got to talk a lot here. I've talked about, hello Thomas, nice to see you again. I do remember you. And I remember you asking me if I remember you. But I remember talking about World of Tanks 2.0, essentially their successor to World of Tanks. It hasn't been canceled, but it has been delayed. So World of Tanks here, that's probably why you're seeing them put a very strong emphasis on rebalancing and the whole sandbox. I would say it's at least going to have 5 more years of development, of like consistent development. This is a good thing, but there is a successor to World of Tanks. It is I'm sorry, IS7, for leaving you out there, but you weren't backing up. Like, it's semi-confirmed now, like I will say. It's more modern tanks. I would say not as modern as Armored Warfare. Definitely, essentially say, basically continuing the tech trees now in the game, more or less. Like, it would probably pick up around the Korean War, stuff like that, for the low tiers. You know, at least rejoice, it will be buffed in the next patch, speed-wise. Alright, they've got this E100. I need to turn around here. It's still going to be pretty slow, but it'll be a little bit more bearable now. Honestly, I need to rein myself in here. I knew what you were trying to do there, M103. I give you credit, but yeah, I do not feel that bad for you. I do need to... Shit. I need to keep my distance here. That way if they push, I'm not going to get flanked as quick. Oftentimes you see T95 drivers do the opposite and they... Really? That was my bad. Oh my god, that M103 is angry. Help! Now I gotta kill this guy. What is my team waiting for? But as a T95 driver, never make the mistake of getting close to an enemy, especially if you are on your own. Always keep your distance. Your armor works better. You're not going to get flanked. Which, I'm going to push up here because I have a Kronwagen now. Oh, I critical hit at him, which was his track, but shooting there, you can damage the ammo rack. Pretty good match, though, for a T95, though. 3,800 damage. Make that 4,200 damage. Thomas, another hour and a half at least. John, no word on that. There's a pretty strong NDA about it. Like, I didn't sign the NDA, but pretty much no one can really talk about it. I just heard a little tidbit about it from something I was reading. But I would say World of Tanks, this current version, you know, it's still going to be up as long as it's like as long as it's doing, you know, numbers like World of Warplanes. So I would say at least another decade this game's still going to be on. You know, that's how successful it is. But I would say most likely what they would do at that point is it'll be kind of like World of Warplanes, unless they go with a very drastic different approach from the, you know, how it's set up, like tiers and credits, gold, stuff like that, which I don't think they would do, because this is a very good model for a free-to-play game, mainly for the company, but also, you know, it's pretty fair to the players to an extent. But I would say that your account will link over to that, and, you know, your gold, premium time, free experience, maybe even at that point they'll link a little bit more than that between the games. That way they can take that player base, carry it over to the new game. You know, they would be very smart to do that. Wargaming's not stupid. But I would say they'll definitely link the accounts together if they ever come out with a World of Tanks 2.0 that is separate from this game. I don't think there's really anything to worry about there. This is not how you're going to want to fight in a Tiger 2, basically going up to brawl with enemies, but it's what I got to do this match. You know, if I head that way, I'm useless for most of the match. If I sit back, I'm pretty much useless. Alright, I'm actually going to want to not stay in line with him. That is not good pushing up the hill here, because if he spot it, I get artied, because it's going to miss and hit me. At the very least, they do have 2 Super Pershings and another Tiger 2 that could pose a challenge to me, but yeah. I'm glad the STA2 pushed up. Now we're getting a little bit of speed here. I'm just taking a slightly longer approach here because I know that M4A1 Rev is capable of hitting me if I go any further off. Basically on the other side of the windmill. Shit, I got someone right behind me. There we go, he's backing up. Very nice. My primary concern right now is Artie, honestly. Loaded a couple APCR just to get a couple shots on him. The Tiger 2 is a little bit hesitant to push up now, which is kind of what I want. If he had kept pushing up, the rest of those guys would push up. It would not be good for us. Our Artie should have very good shots on them right now. Whether or not they take it is another thing, but there we go, our M40 got him. But stopping there is very bad if you're ever on that side. You are better off to back your ass down the hill. It is not good to sit right in that area. Basically for either side, but that side specifically is... Oh, why'd you just drive into the... He just destroyed the cover on purpose. There we go. Okie dokie. This is going decent until I get already. I know it's coming. It's just fortunately this windmill. I'm trying my best to stay behind it, but now we're getting to the point where I'm gonna have to start pushing. But 1,500 damage so far, 1,100 assist, not bad. And our team's doing pretty good, so you know at this point it should be cruise control for us. Should. I was trying to pull him out a little bit. Alright, so after this request, I have the STB1. Then there's no more requests. I'll be doing at least a double or two. But if there are more requests, feel free to, you know, add them in. I will gladly... Their E25s are camping back here. Which I don't blame them too much, but... I always try to do something. Like, you just don't sit there. Like, they weren't shooting at us when we're on top of the hill and poking over. Yeah. To at least, like, try to flank in that or something. The other E25 ran away. Pretty good match, though, for a Tiger 2. 2,100 damage and 1,400 now. It's really hit or miss in this tank. If you get shot in the side, you're going to die. The lower plate, same thing, like that enemy Tiger 2. I was doing my best not to get too antsy. I was keeping myself an arty cover with that windmill in between me and their most, basically the most likely spot for their arty. I know that there's arty spotted, but I'm aiming for the E25. You guys know I hate those things as far as playing against them. I will always do my best to kill an E25. Alright, see if I can get close enough to get this guy rendered. Should be right about... Nope, he's dead. And the Jackson drowned himself. Okay. Honestly, World of Warplanes playing it this morning must have done something for matchmaking for me. We lost Abby. How did we lose Abby? Holy crap. Whew. That guy really carried that, and the T-28. Basically the two guys that killed me. Credit to those guys, but we should have won that. Mastery badge first class, though. second most amount of damage. ST2 did a very good job though. Take that. Alright, so STB1. Which feel free, you know, if you like this stream, feel free to hit the thumbs up beneath it. And also, if you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe. Give me a shot. World of Warships, apparently, they are... I do have a Firefly and a Hellcat. Yes, Phil. World of Warships, apparently this year, cruise missiles might come. Essentially, you know, cruise missile destroyers. Or not destroyers, cruisers. It looks like the Russian Navy might get the first line of those. At least that's what's rumored. I would say for World of Tanks, they probably won't add those in. Rocket launchers, they might add guns, because the T-49 gun currently technically is a gun that fired, I believe, you know, projectiles like that. They might add in guns that can shoot them, but I don't think they'll ever add in, you know, that ammunition type. I can play the STA-1, John. They're pretty much virtually identical. Yeah, I don't have the STA-2. Little bugger. And I missed him. Typically I'm good at those shots. Not this time. That was a little risky for me to do that, but I thought it was worth it to poke out since there were no SPGs. I don't want to push in. I don't want to push in here. We do not have a lot of people there. I'm just waning kind of to see. We have a lot of people in the center, which if you're going to go to that side, commit to that side. But yeah, if their mediums are pushing hard here, I will... This might be a little risky if there's a TD at the end. But I'm going to try to push up here. My little usual route here. This TVP didn't get shot. Just they are getting swarmed over there. And this 113 is playing very, very safe. Like a little bit, like too safe to where it's scary the amount of people they probably have on that other flank. Really? I guess bounced off a frickin' Grill 15. Oh, we might get capped out. I definitely waited too long to decide where I was going, but I thought with the amount of people we had over there, at least we would have held out a little bit longer. Alright, he shot this guy. Not point it my way. We should be able to kill him. Oh lord. There's no way I can cap here. I was about to say no way, and yeah, I guess took... Yeah, I'm gonna chuck around down there because I'm gonna get killed by their other girl. Or wait, I can get a shot. No. Yeah, we do have a chance though now. Actually, looking at it, I shouldn't have played it as aggressively as I had there, but it's still gonna be hard to defend against these 4 autoloaders specifically. Yeah, we didn't have a chance. Alright, let me get these requests down. Yeah, the Firefly, STA-1, I can do that. Let me hop into first though a tank I need to get a triple done. I got that done. Type 4 heavy. I gotta scroll down to just try my luck in the Panther 2. I'm getting fairly close to the E50. You know, just about 60,000 experience left there. Yeah, it's like War Thunder. Honestly, like their ground forces, people play it, but I wouldn't call it say, like, I guess they're making money on it if they're still supporting it. Honestly, with the ships, I think, like, you know, it's not bad that they're making a game, but honestly, I don't think there's a large enough player base for them to. I feel like War Thunder should put, you know, that effort into planes and tanks. Like, I don't particularly like War Thunder. Ground forces, the plane side, I'll admit, is good, but you know, I'm not into planes enough. Like, I did play World of Warship or World of Warplanes this morning, and I do plan on maybe streaming it tomorrow potentially. You know, maybe just for an hour if I get time. But you know, I'm not gonna pop into a game for planes. And for World of Warships, I do like ships a lot. Not that I think World of Warships right now is the funnest game, but kind of looking at War Thunder ships, honestly, there is a kind of knockoff World of Warships. I forget the name of it. Maybe Steel Ocean. Honestly, that game, it looks wildly imbalanced and crazy. I don't know how the, you know, monetization of the game is, but honestly, I think the player base between those two games isn't going to pick up enough for War Thunder to have a ton of players. But I could be completely wrong. You know, it's just my opinion in the end. Very nice. We got their big gun out. Yeah, it's like World of Tanks. You know, graphically, honestly, between the two, I will admit, you know, World of Tanks definitely this year, they are basically transitioning more to DirectX 11, specifically for like lighting. It's going to affect maps the most. So I will say graphics, seeing a preview, they do have a preview up. I think it was from Wargaming Fest of it. I think it was on the app Abby. They're going to definitely give War Thunder a run for their money there. But honestly, I would say even now, even though I'll say the graphics are... I know there's a tank on my other side, but he has not shot me yet, surprisingly. He has still not shot me. Thank you, ARL, for being my meat shield. But kind of a World of Patrol boats, I believe that is more what the last I saw of War Thunder ships, they were going kind of that route. Not just patrol boats, but it was definitely a slightly different take on ships. I'm gonna instantly regret poking my neck out this far, but I'm not liking how my team is set up right now. Yeah, we need definitely a bit more help in quite a few spots. It's like I'm all the way out in the frickin' center here. This is gonna end badly. I need to take my shot and get my butt up here. Very nice. Yeah, it's just eventually I'm gonna get flanked from the behind because we don't have enough people there. That was my bad there. That was a very bad mistake. Yeah, it's just we needed to take that center road, which is why I was trying to kill that M4. If we had killed that, we had a chance to win this town soon enough. Yeah, I still have a meat shield without. You know, the ARL, I knew he was trying to help me. I always feel bad leaving people out to die like that, but honestly, it's better him than me. Just based off of the tier of our tanks. Shit. IS-6 could save that guy. No. I can't poke out here again. Honestly, our 110 needs to go for it. Just YOLO, dude. I hate using that word, but I find it very, very applicable to World of Tanks. Holy shit, my Panther actually hit a shot here. I need to try my damnedest to run away right now. I know there's a minute left on the cat, but I can't be caught sitting there. At least with them thinking that I'm sitting there. And yeah, the IS-6 is he's gonna kill me now. I was hoping he was gonna go back that way. I didn't actually want to be down near the 110 because it makes it really hard for us to reset, but come on, push in there. Everybody needs to get in here. Like, the 110 can't. I'm gonna stick around to see how this ends because it should end pretty quickly here. But next up, I will be playing. Let's see, the Firefly. I have the STA1 request. Then I'm gonna get back to trying to do, another double that I need. He's got to reset, but the IS-6 is his problem. These guys, yeah. Ooh, he's going to take a shot here. He can survive a Tiger 2 shot. Very nice. It is winnable for them still. If he survives this. Nope. Oh well. I still tried though, but it just stinks losing into Panther 2 when I do 2,800 damage and that must assist. But only so much you can do sometimes, so at least it was a fun match. Come on. Oh, it's only a Mastery Badge 3rd class. I guess my sights are set so low in the Panther 2 because I'm terrible in it that I was like, this might be a 1st class or something like that. No. Alright, so Firefly. Here we go. I actually made, not that I made a ton of credits this stream, because I haven't played too many premiums, but I've got enough to where I might be able to equip up another tank here. Did someone say meat shield? I'm surprised at this point Anthony didn't pop in the chat and make a joke. Yeah, I still got an hour here though, so I could probably take at least maybe 5 more requests, give or take, because really it's just the Panther 2, SP1C, and the VK3002D. I need to get triples done. But like I said, tomorrow there's no scheduled stream. I might pop on for a stream, I might not. It kind of depends on my plan tomorrow. I plan on getting some more videos done. I'm trying to mainly figure out a format for the map strategies that I plan on doing. I haven't gotten one that I've liked yet, and I also plan on doing at least another tank guide or 2, or at least starting to work on them. Well, Joel, I still have an hour, Joel, actually. Type 4 heavy. Right now I have, since the crews are so gigantic on the Japanese tanks, I'm not carrying them over because that would cost a lot to train and retrain crews. So right now I just have repairs on them. I plan on, ponying up and, sacrificing a little bit of silver credits for retraining them, dropping that for Brothers in Arms once I get to 100%, then going with basically dropping it again for 6 cents. Come on. Really? Holy crap, finally. I am surprised this guy is legitimately alive. Like, he can get shot from everybody straight ahead or to the left of me, which is like 3 or 4 tanks. I'm glad I stopped to shoot him though. Like, I would honestly be a little terrified if I did not stop and he had survived. Which, looking at the enemy team, I am actually going to end up in the center here. We have plenty of people on the hill for what they have over there. And honestly, these guys out here in the center need a little bit of assistance. Equipment I have, I use a spall liner, rammer, and optics. You know, vision's always important. Super heavy spall liner, I typically put it on anything that can equip the super heavy spall liner. Don't equip any other types of spall liners, essentially. I feel like they're the only ones worth it for the added weight and loss of a equipment spot. $4 p.m. my time. Probably if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, it will be early. It would be before noon. It's that E25. Holy critical hit! Really, really. All right, I gotta start hitting this Oni. I gotta put my E25 obsession against, or you know, off to the side for now. Until I get hit, I'm gonna. This T50 is close enough. Yeah, he sees me. Yeah, that tank's definitely not the best, but you know, the Swedish tanks are pretty fun. Pretty sure that's a Swedish tank. Yes, it is. It's actually in my match right here. Okay, he actually got taken out. So I'd say I'm switching over to APCR to finish him off. Again, I want to kill this E25, but there is a KV2. Firefly, though, very good at doing a mid-range support job, as long as you don't need too much gun depression, which I don't, not needing to push over this hill, but I am going to wish I had it, though, here in a minute. Whoa, that was bad. Nope. Maybe. If they're not spotting, they pull back. Alright. You guys grow little balls and push up. At least this Chaffee is pushing up here. Just need to... I'm moving up enough here to where that KV2 could not hit me. Just got their spotter out. Yay, they shot something. Very nice. But yeah, if I ever stream on days where I don't have anything scheduled, it would be earlier on in the day for my time. You know, I just typically I won't stream if Ryan's home from work, and she gets home around 2, 3, usually. Depends on, you know, specifically the day. Here's this little buddy. I could, you know, get hit by a TD over here too, but I forgot about the gun depression for a second. Oh, how did I miss that? Yep, there's that little tank. Whoopsie daisy. I'm still not out of this here. But to say he can penetrate my old turret here. I was hoping I can keep him spotted and somebody can hit him. he made a mistake of moving there. If he had stayed put, I would not have popped up out here to shoot him. He was still going to end up dying, but if someone resets their aiming circle though by moving that much, I will almost always take advantage of it and push up on them. Just the likelihood of them popping me and killing me is significantly low. Pretty much. Like, sometimes I do play a little bit too safe, but more or less, you know, playing a game, you know, just freaking push out there. The worst that happens is you get killed and get sent back to the garage. So I was kind of hoping those people got reset because I wanted to get more damage off here, but I can live with 2200 damage. Thank you for the request. This is a pretty fun match in the Firefly. Got an ace tanker and actually my best match in it. Oh, this is like the ace tanker stream. If only every day wasn't like, or every day was like this. Okay, so I gotta pop this one up there. Pretty damn good match though. Again, thank you for the request. That was was actually very fun. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, I just messed up that. Okay. Let's get that. Okie dokie. Just need to make sure I do not mess this up because essentially now that I'm streaming, before, one of the reasons I didn't stream longer is if you stream any more than about 2 hours and 15 minutes, give or take, you know, a few minutes here or there, you cannot edit a stream after it uploads like that. You can't go through with the YouTube has an editor to where you can edit videos already on there, but specifically for live streams after the fact, if they're about, you know, a little over 2 hours 15 minutes, I can't go out and clip something out after the fact. I have to do it during the stream, so I just got to remind myself to do that. STA1 here, since pretty similar to the STA2. Thank you guys. I would say we're at 4 now. I kind of missed that for a little bit. That joke there. That was a good one. Nice. You got the KV1, Joel. You'll definitely like that tank. You know, it has technically 3 guns you could use for the top gun. I would say it's between the derp gun and I believe 76 millimeter on it. I personally used the howitzer derp gun, but you know, there's no right or wrong way to play a KV1, which is a very nice aspect of that tank. A lot of people are heading this way, so I'm gonna head this way. Assault almost never works if your team only attacks from one side on this map, because the enemy comes in, they're gonna kill your arty. Typically you have some people camping back here, and it usually never works. Sometimes you get lucky, but a lot of times having a tank over here, you can, you know, take some shots on people in this area. Mainly you're not gonna light up the scoreboard a lot of times, especially on a tank like this where it doesn't have armor, and you know, it's more of a support tank. But if you have literally no resistance over here, you're not gonna win a lot of the times. And at least, you know, we only have an IS-3 up here. I was in a match earlier where there was like a Tiger 2, I think a T-150, and I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, okay, hitting this guy. Let's say that wall wasn't there. Just seeing if I can get a little cheap shot here, but nah. He was smart and went through the town. A lot of times people, you know, head outside of the town and you can get a couple little cheap licks on them. I mainly set up here for this shot path right here, but it is a double-edged sword. If you get pushed on, especially in a medium like this, you're definitely going to regret it. But fortunately for me, I got a lot of targets here. At least as of yet, they have not spotted me. I might be able to get this. No. I'm not that lucky. Okay. I just gotta be careful of their light tank. Okay, and their Cromwell pushing up here. My cover has kind of gotten blown. Trying to get as much cheap, easy damage off as I can here. But 2 IS-3s. I need someone to be over there. But honestly, it is a little bit depressing that we have not gotten a kill yet. If I can say so myself. I do like the STA-1 and even STA-2. You know, they are tanks where you don't need much premium rounds in them, and you know, granted they don't have a ton of armor. They do their job very well, and even though support tanks don't always work, you know, these are tanks where it is a little squishy. Don't get me wrong. I used a heat shell on him, of course, but yeah. It is a tank where, you know, I have my female Japanese crew in this for a reason. I knew this was going to end up here, but unfortunately for me, come on, T-150, help me a little bit more there, buddy. Luckily, I have a little bit of assistance here. I'm actually going to hop back there. Thank you very much. Whew, I'm surprised I survived that. I was expecting another enemy to follow up, and they did not. There's still a T-37 and a Cromwell. I don't know where they're at. Honestly, that T-150, he has been a lot more useful than he might think. Thank you, T-37. That was very, it was very nice of you. All right, knowing that you're there, one-shottable. Still got 5 minutes. Thank you, John. Okay. I'm waiting for at least this T-150 to get up a little bit. Just because I don't have a lot of HP, but we are bleeding tanks over there. I'm going to have to... Yeah. I wanted to go up this way to potentially take out their arty and, you know, be a kind of thorn in their side, but we're not going to have any tanks left if I do that. We're probably not going to have any tanks left regardless, but shit. And of course I pushed into a tank not even playing here, but what can you do sometimes? I'm hoping I can take out this IS-3, but at this point I'm just, not to say I don't think we're gonna win, it's just the chances of us winning are definitely dropping quickly, especially with this IS-3 now turning around. Shit. Come on, Jackson. Or no, Hellcat. No. That's not worth it for me. At least they took him out. Shit, that was... I am too far for the right. Or to the right. I got him out, but it was a pretty steep cost, and I lost my gunner. And I'm one-shottable. It's T-37. He went up. I have a feeling, and my feeling was wrong, that he's going to pop up behind me. Come on, gunner. You can do it. You're definitely not dead right now. Since we only have 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Awesome. Where did their T-37 go? Because he can kill me in 2 shots, and without a gunner, honestly, it's very iffy. Kind of want this IS-3 to wane, but you know, if he's alive at this point, he's done a good job. So you can't start saying stuff in chat like, "Oh," I'm gonna start freaking out on him. Don't die, dude. Nice. If they can cap, I will go after Artie. If they can cap, kill, we have, you know, time to be able to cap and kill the T-37. I really hope we don't lose this based off of a reset, because we do have a 1375. He's out of my reach now. I'm not going to be able to get over to him in time. Hopefully this is not a huge mistake for me to go back here. I should have just capped. Thinking about it. Ooh, Lord. This is definitely going to be close. T-37 spotted me, though. He's going to kill me. Yeah. Oh, God damn it. Who did... Yeah. That might have been a mistake for me, but... Yeah. We lost! No! Why did I doubt myself? Doesn't help, though, that that guy was... Hey, I kind of did what they asked me to, but... I should have just stuck with what I thought was right. I could have killed that M12. So... I gotta make some mistakes here or there. Yes, an AFK still does. Hello, Foreplay, nice to see you. But, essentially, if a tank's AFK, it'll blow up at the end of a match now, and they get penalized for it. But it still does spot. Unfortunately, though, we lost. I should have... Good job by that Artie to move. I should have went for him, though, and killed him. But, oh well. No one's perfect. Alright. Still a pretty fun match, though, but a loss. Honestly, it's actually, you know, some people actually like watching matches like that, and honestly, that was interesting enough that I might upload that. I still feel bad for losing that one for my team now. But here we go. Let me... How to lose Sand River encounter. Alright, I'm going to try again to get some of my doubles done here. But if there are more requests, feel free to mention them. Because, you know, I have 40 minutes left here. I have the Panther 2, this tank here, SP1C. I need to get triples, doubles, whatever. Yeah. That was a pretty frustrating loss, but yeah. That's one of my flaws. I do second guess myself. And yeah, I should have I should have kept pushing. If I had pushed over to that next ridge, I would have had a better shot on that M12, and I would have been able to kill him, and it would have given me a chance to kill the T-37, but yeah. I'm actually going to head over here. Just in this tank, if I have a feeling, you know, this thing lacks a bit of penetration, but I have a feeling those AT-15As, T-29s, they're going to set up more on this side. I'm not going to be able to fight against them very effectively head on. So I'm going to try to head to somewhere where hopefully I have a little bit better time being able to be aggressive. Yeah, I can add the E100 on there. Yeah, like I could have did a couple things different there, but whatever. Alright, so there's at least one T-29 here, but he's pushing, you know, he's staying close to the water. Second one is my concern, but again, he's going towards the water. So I'm actually going to just pop an APCR here to begin with, but yeah, I'm definitely going, Cromwell. You guys are sitting over there and you see nothing. Like, yeah. It's like I admit that I ping some other people, you know, on different sides of the map sometimes, but, you know, this early on, dude, no. Really? And an AT-15A? Holy shit. Am I surprised to see that tank over here? Alright. With all things considering, though, it's actually good that he is back that way. Our other side should be able to push and win that extremely easily. Just there's no arty, so we shouldn't push into these guys hard. In the sense of, I'd much rather focus down. Yep. The tanks that can shoot me over here, I should say. Okay, you guys need to go now. I'm gonna ping your side because you guys are sitting over there like little, I don't even know. Little campers. Take that. He doesn't even have the frickin' upgraded turret. He can still hurt me. I've got to keep at least a little bit of a show on here, or else they're gonna push if I run away and kill me anyway. But it would be very nice for that other side to push. Because, yeah, there's two tanks over there. Thank you very much. Well, at least if more people hit the like button. It makes me smile. Or, hell, even feel free to share my videos and stuff. I always appreciate that, too. I do my best to post it around on, you know, like my website. I have a couple forum threads that I posted in, but yeah, I tried not to excessively spam my stream as much as some people do. I'm lucky this guy does not have the Top Gun on. He would have torn me to shreds. Look like he has the 90mm and he's playing it appropriately by not chucking all APCR out of it. This is not good. Which is what I'm about to need to do here. Help me. Yeah, I'm gonna die here. I'm at least gonna try to track him to where I do have a TD back here that could help me. I'm going to try to get some damage off. Yeah, I'm dead. Holy crap, did it take these guys forever, though, to get up. But 1,400 damage, you know, and assist, basically. That's not bad for a VK3002D, but running into two T29s and two AT-15As, goddamn. Hopefully they end up winning now. If they don't, then yeah. Alright, so we have an E100 request. I also have, I can do the VK2801. I don't think that was the stock gun. That was, whatchamajig. The stock gun would have been a lot smaller. That was the 90mm. It was the stock gun. I've seen a few with 76mm guns, and oh my god. Alright, so I'll play the E100 up here, and then I'm going to hop into, you know, a tank I need to do a double on. Then I can do the VK2801. But I'll definitely be able to get to that request, hipster. Whew. I'm kind of glad I got to cut out a couple parts of the stream here, because it helps me out a little bit video-wise. Since, you know, Lauren, Ryan's sister, was staying here, it cut into a couple times where I could have gotten some more videos outside of the stream done, and I didn't exactly have the time for that. So, but, you know, family's family. I always try to do my best not to be like, you know, because you can't really tell, because usually I stream stream at night, or during the day I have a bunch of lights on behind me, but it kind of looks like a cave in here if you like walk into our house. This is going to be my redemption. I'm gonna try to push straight on here, or I can't. I gotta push. I gotta go the same way I went before. I can't push straight on in this. It's too slow. It kind of looks like a cave because I have blackout cellular blinds in here, just because there's basically not a main road, but because we live in a neighborhood, but there's a road essentially on this side of the house, and don't exactly want people staring in like, that loser plays video games all day. I know they probably wouldn't say that, but yeah, going middle's not a bad idea. I get that from time to time. It's probably spelled wrong, but I honestly, because I came up with this name way back when I first got a PlayStation 3 in high school or middle school. I honestly did not know that, you know, I came up with C_Menz because I wanted something. I don't, you know, I get why people make up names where it's not, you know, their real name or something like that. There's nothing wrong with that, but I wanted something close to my name because the main reason I got like a console and get into online games was to play with a lot of my friends in high school. So I wanted a name where they know it was me, but, you know, it wasn't exactly Cody Menz plastered across the screen because I was playing like Call of Duty and stuff. You know, some kid would probably hunt me down and like murder me or something over getting noob tubed. You're so lucky. But yeah, it took like maybe a month or two because nobody even said anything or noticed it. And I was like, that really sounds like semen. Oh, why did you move? Oh god. Cody the Closet Gamer. Well, the E100 is getting a buff for next patch. It's getting more penetration on its AP round. I believe 150mm range, somewhere around there. So, pretty significant buff. Not a huge amount, but enough to make it very noticeable. Go figure, I finally have a clean shot on him, and yeah, it dives into the dirt. But again, I kind of want to push. Our mouses, they're doing a decent job where they're going to distract these people in the center. This M46, do I take a gamble? taking a gamble, and it hit the dirt anyway. It's just, oh, I'm gonna hate myself if he pops up. But you know, me and E75 here, we're keeping 3-4 tanks busy here. Oh my god, this is not a redemption match. Obviously, that was bad. I'm trying to lead like some tanks a little bit more than usual because the shell velocity is pretty bad, but he was up there. Nope. I'm chucking so many credits out the window here, it's not even funny. Alright, our mouses are pushing up. This M46 popped down too. I honestly need to start doing something. Thank you for the subscription, Keyzone. Or K-Zone, not Key. Wonder if that's from Killzone, that game. I can't angle too much here. OE75. Just gotta take a little bit of a chill pill. Get my turret back here. Okay. Hello, Ang Tung Lee. I do not have a 50B. I do have some, you know, quick tanks like that though. I could play. Whew, we lost so many tanks here. This is not gonna be. This is not gonna be good. Ooh, thank you for whoever tracked him. Thank you very much. Honestly, my only chance is to get up here. I am not a camping noob. If he's referring to me. At the same time, though, I am gonna take way too much damage from. They're just all peeking over there, like, yep. Yep, I'm gonna kill you. Oh god, did that shot. Oop, gotta get my turret back over. I'm screwed though. It definitely doesn't help the people that are camping way in the back there. Yeah. You know, I get people sitting here early on. Like, I'll do it in the TD, but I always move up with my tanks. You always gotta move up because the enemy's just so concentrated on defense here. You need everyone in the fight at all times, so. Hey, we won Erlingberg. Awesome. I'm very happy. They ended up capping them out. Good job. Alright, so the next request was the VK. I was going to do a tank with a double, but seeing as I just got, you know, that VK 3001, I will. There we go. Wrong tank for a second. But yeah, since I don't have the 50B, I could play, like, I have a Bat Chat. I do have the Emil 2. That's somewhat kind of similar in a way. 2 tiers lower, but yeah. Thank you, though, for the likes, guys. Oh, I actually didn't see your message in Discord for a second, Dana. I was in the other chat, but I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, I do appreciate, you know, I left it up here. I'm not gonna like bump it up a ton of times, like the goal that I set for as far as tips for the month. I am very, you know, grateful that you guys did, you know, hit that, because it makes me happy. It definitely, you know, Ryan, she definitely likes it too, because it's not like, you know, you think a typical girlfriend like, oh, you're playing video games, like, why don't we go out and do this, you know. But, you know, it is, I am very grateful. And it's a lot more fun to stream and chat with you guys and play, you know, mainly World of Tanks, but maybe a couple other games here or there, than it is to basically sit there and, not that I don't like making guides for my website, but making guides for a website, which, holy crap, that was 415 damage shot. Yeah, I guess that was about, I was about to say that might be a little high, but I was thinking it had a 300 damage round. I just lost almost all my HP though. That pretty much kills my plan, but I was chatting a little bit too much there. I usually like playing this in high tier matches too, but without the HP, I was gonna weasel my way up here. I'll wait and see, hopefully, if I can still do that. I got a little bit lucky there. Lord. I am very surprised that he did take about 500 damage, but I'm surprised he didn't get destroyed yet. Because going from the Udes at 1000 HP, just popping up one tier, you gain 500 HP going to the tier 9 Swedish TD. That's a pretty freaking massive jump when it's considered, you know, between tank destroyers, just one tier. And especially ones that play extremely similar. Like, they're not the same tank, but they're virtually the same playstyle. And especially considering the Strev has much better armor. You know, it's a pretty massive jump in HP value. Oh, God. Don't push too hard. I'm gonna try to help you here, but you're gonna get us both killed. Yeah, I can't. I just can't. Help me. Thank you, T54. Hello, nice cuppa. Nice to see you. That guy's a little upset. It wasn't just me, J-Rod, but thank you for the help. He's being nice though. Honestly, I kind of wish I had HP or he would push up with me right here, because we could... Awesome. And Grant, I guess, lost more HP, but I was about to say with... There we go, I will follow him now. It's just we can hopefully take him out. There are two Arties, and that will give us a pretty good shot at winning. Conquer. I've pretty much done nothing though this match. There's still a Yag Tiger. Oh god, and there's still a dead tank there. I guess my luck coming from the T-37 epic match and the Chaffee match is not carrying over to German light tanks. Take that. Oh my god, and the Centaurian 7 got me. There's only so much you can do sometimes, though. I like it in high tier matches, but if you actually get shot, then yeah, your HP is extremely low. I lost the E100 match, and honestly, kind of my fault. I missed a shit ton of shots. I shot 10, hit 3, and pen 2. Yeah. Basically, especially missing all the ones in the beginning of the match, that you know, that is basically worse off for your team. You always want to do a lot of damage up front, which, thank you matchmaking. I guess I'm paying the price for those couple matches earlier in lights, because facing off against mainly 10s and 9s and 8s, like, there's not even really any tier 7s here. But it's not the worst light for facing higher tiers. You have 180 millimeters of pen, and then 250. Very good for a light in my eyes. Which I'm not sure if anyone has seen the new Russian tier 7 light. It's kind of leaked. I'm getting ahead of myself because this tank, it looks hideous. I'm pretty sure it's one of the first few posts on Rita status report .live. This thing is like the most. I don't even know if it in real life it could even like function. It looks so freaking weird. I'm guessing it's based off of something though, because people aren't screaming like this is a completely made up tank. It is definitely gonna win the ugliest tank in World of Tanks award, if there's really a thing. I plan on making the fun out of it a lot, like, or fun of it. I don't see anybody. I'm definitely not going to scout, being that I'm a little SP1C. 113. I give him props for pushing, but is it really wise to push like that? I guess I'm going to have to go up and try to help him. Because his Bulldog has pretty good DPM, and if he's on the side that much, he can definitely pen him, which I actually... Nice job. I'm surprised, you know, he was able to damage him with all his shots there. Shit. They definitely saw me there. I saw the Planet Tank thing. Honestly, I didn't really like it, but... Don't tell him I'm streaming, unless he's on my team. I'd rather not people stream snipe me. T-44 save me. Oh shit, I got a bounce? Okay. See, I'm not gonna get that lucky. Awesome. Probably one of the lowest HP ammo racks you can get, but... Oh, the Chieftain did kind of comment on something. Apparently, Wargaming NA and, well, Wargaming RU, of course, they're the only servers with the actual video team for making videos. Apparently, EU does not have one. I thought EU did. Like, they might make a couple videos here or there, but they specifically do not have a team capable of, like, say, doing like major video productions. Oh, which I did forget. I did mention, you know, you can find it on the World Tanks website, but they are reprinting Honeycutt's Firepower, basically the history of U.S. American heavy tanks. They did put a new article up about it, going into a little bit more detail about it, but essentially the code that you will be getting from it right now for the North American and SEA server, it's essentially 1,000 gold, I think 100,000 credits. I forget how much premium time, at least a week, if not a little bit longer, I think. The T14 premium heavy tank, and I think that's it for now. There might be one other thing I'm missing. Apparently the EU server, they're waiting for the EU server to make a post about it, which, holy shit, I did 2,400 damage. I didn't think I did that much. They're apparently making a post. They're having a separate code that'll work on EU. Maybe even RU is going to get a code. But Wargaming NA can't comment on that right now. But essentially, if you pre-order the book, wherever you pre-order it from, it's going to come with a code based on your region. So he did say, like, if you live in Europe and you play on the NA server, if you order this, you're going to get an EU code, even though you ordered it like off the NA server website, if that makes any sense. But you know, it's a pretty decent code. You know, the book is fairly expensive, and you're going to have to wait a little bit of time for it. But you know, it's nice to see that they, you know, are putting in a pretty decent code in it. All right, let's see. I still got this. Oh, someone had requested a 50B. So why don't I try to play Mr. Batchat here? Yeah, Phil. As far as that request, Phil asked about on Discord the pros and cons of fail platooning. I would say that they're almost all cons, especially since they put in credit rewards for platooning with the same tiers. But more or less, it does compensate if you have, say, a tier 1 and then 2 tier 10s on your team in a platoon. The way matchmaking works currently, to my knowledge, I don't think they've changed it, is, essentially, like, I'm going to take tier 8, for example, because there's premium tanks. Tier 8 heavies are worth, say, 20 points. Tier 8 mediums are worth 15 points. Tier 8 TDs, 18 points. SPGs, 15. And, say, like, an IS-6, because it has preferential matchmaking, is worth, like, 22 points. So a little bit more than a, typical tier 8 heavy. Because some tanks do have different weights than their counterparts of the same tier, mainly premiums. Typically they're weighted less sometimes, maybe a little bit more, like the Mini Mouse at tier 3 is weighted higher than other tier 3 tanks, I still believe. The way matchmaking does right now, I believe it's plus or minus, I think it's 20%, but it might be 10% of the point total. So they can have a plus or minus 20% margin based off of the team over here and the team on this side. It tries to get it as close as possible, but that's why sometimes you see teams with like 2 more tier 10s on a team, something like that. But fail platooning, if you bring a tier 1 with 2 tier 10s, it will try to compensate for that. But sometimes, since there is plus or minus 20%, it won't compensate enough. That guy's a little bit angry, and I'm going to get the hell out of here before they retaliate. But that's where some people are like, oh, like, if you actually have a tier 1 driver that can spot for you, he can be pretty useful, but your team doesn't always get compensated enough to make up for the lack of one tank. Say if they give you an extra tier 10 over the enemy that has like another tier 9 or something. Essentially, they are looking to change that with the next matchmaking update. It should be next patch or the patch after that. What you're going to see is, it's going to try to mirror the teams a little bit more. So if the team has like 5 tier 10 heavies on one side, it'll try to give the other team comparable, like at least 3 heavy tanks, stuff like that, and not to give them all mediums and whatnot. So it's definitely going to make matches more balanced, and fail platooning, I don't know how it will affect that once they put that in place. Awesome. 2 tanks, just able to, I missed 1 shot so far, but yeah, nice map rotation. Yeah. But the positives, the positives would be if you get like an extra like 2 tier 10s if you're on the plus 20% side. But since there is quite a bit of wiggle room now, that's where, fail platooning, it's almost all cons. Excuse me. Oops. But one positive is if you are trying to complete missions, say for like a light tank or the ones where you have to do like a certain percentage more than your HP's total, that is where it could benefit you a lot. He couldn't? I didn't even notice. When I play a tank like the Batchat, because I don't do very good in the Batchat, I have to, I really try my best to focus as hard as possible. I don't want to get stuck with, say, like a TVP here, but cap. Almost all their tanks are down this way. It's like I hope more of my team heads out with me. shit, that T-49, he might just run right in front of me. I see a Leopard moving up too. It's just I really want someone to come out here. They're just taking way too long for my very limited patience. Yep, and there's that frickin' TVP there. And he had a full frickin' clip. God damn it. I guess I deserve that for pushing out on my own, but... Just sit on the frickin' cap. Shit. Yeah, I'm dead. Awesome. Oh, Lord. I did 4,800 damage, but I could have gotten so much more if I didn't push out on that TVP. I was rushing it, and I was getting a little bit angry at these guys not capping, because it would have pulled all these guys back, or caused them to push in and die. But I don't know why they're playing it so safe against one light. Here's to hoping they win now. Whew. I don't do very good in the bat chat, honestly. And by that, like, I hold myself to very high standards. I only have a Mastery Badge First Class after this amount of battles. It's the only tank. Like, the M103, I've never played it since they implemented badges, so basically ever since it came out. I've never played it on my live account. But, yeah. That's why it bothers me. I'm going to get it someday. Oh, someday, yeah. Probably never. Alright, Panther 2 here. People said it's a fail? What, spotting in it? See ya, Joel. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. See, I don't... Like, a tank like that, the ELC, you know, it needs something. Like, I would say the reason why the ELC, a lot of people like it, well, A, it's quirky, has a good gun, but its size can lead to it, you know, getting some... Exactly, nice cuppa. See, I always try to, you know, say out loud what I'm thinking in my head the best that I can on a live stream, and I always say, this is not a good idea, and then I do it like 30 seconds later, because, like I said, I try to be patient, but I play the game very aggressively when I think I can do something rewarding, and yeah. That's why I do bad in the bat chat and lightly armored tanks, because when I push aggressively in other tanks, like American tanks with their strong turrets, German tanks, you know, E100, stuff like that, I, you know, can at least angle myself and position myself to where if I do get caught like that, I can finagle my way out of it. I like that word, even though it's not really a... I don't even think it's a word, but I like it anyway. But regardless, like, yeah, I'm not gonna... I'm gonna take my damage here and lick my wounds, but, yeah. With this amount of arty, I really hope I don't get hit from here. I don't know what I thought being in the Panther 2, being able to push out this way. Please don't shoot me. We have no hope. We're better off defending closer to the base. It's just we can get artied there and we're not going to get any help. Finagle is a word? I thought it might be, but I never hear anybody say it, so sometimes Ryan makes me doubt my my words sometimes, because sometimes, you know, I mess with her because she's, you know, she's a school teacher for math, but, you know, she does, like, you know, she could honestly, she could probably be a high school teacher for virtually anything, except for maybe like Spanish. She's that intelligent. Okay. Yeah, ace tanking the FE304. Honestly, I haven't had luck in that tank for a while, but yeah, I know some people like really play the hell out of that tank, and it's probably hard. Here comes Mr. or not Platoon. I guess they are Platoon. The Pansy Platoon. I actually feel a little bit bad if I get killed by the Pansy Platoon. With how hard they're pushing here, I'm actually a little scared because the CDC ran away. Like, I am actually pretty scared here. I'm trying to help my Artie here, but I'm not going to be able to save him. You guys better come back to base, because they can cap us out here. I'm going to try my best to shoot their tracks, but it's only going to get me so far. Nice job, Pansy. Honestly, Graham, if you're still watching, the reason I fell back here is because when we're playing against an enemy that defended back here and we had a very frustrating loss, I did that because those people basically whooped our ass that match. Granted, we tried our damnedest, but yeah. At least we're gonna get a win, hopefully. But, you know, tier 10 lights, I know people are freaking out about light rebalance. Just honestly trust Wargaming in this one. The light tank rebalance, it's going to come out pretty good. Like, finally, with every single different class type of tank having plus or minus 2 matchmaking, it is going to make the game a lot less frustrating. It's still not the end-all be-all for fixes. There's other places to fix the game, but it is going to help out a lot. Yes, they're going to be like low HP, lightly armored mediums in a way, but the way they're going, but it's still going to help the game. A drinking game? I might, yeah. Not even purposely, but you guys would probably be very intoxicated halfway through the stream. I've actually thought about proposing something on my end for a drinking game, but not that I really drink, but I would be afraid of myself dying. I would have to, if it involved, say, like, I know some people do, like, you can tip and they take a shot or something. Mine would have to be like 50 bucks a shot for me not to end up in the hospital, or for Ryan to have to like drag me to the bathroom while I cry and you guys can see the whole thing unfold. But yeah, the Pansy platoon got murdered there. They didn't do anything wrong. It's just I kind of planned ahead and outfought them a little bit there. Alright, so why don't I hop into one more tank since we have, we have time. What haven't I haven't really played too many American tanks, I feel like. Why don't I hop into a T110E3? But this is going to be my last match for tonight. Like I said, tomorrow I might pop on for early stream. It might be World of Warplanes, Battlefield 1, Dreadnought, something different. Maybe Overwatch, since there's a event going on for the Chinese New Year over there. Thanks, Nice Cuppa. It took me long enough to do a decent match in the Panther. I give that guy credit in the Patton for taking a shot or trying to for his teammate, but the CDC's so long, he wasn't able to. But I try to do that sometimes, yes, I try sometimes, or at least I think about it, but um, you know, I do like people that do that for teammates. He would have, granted, he probably didn't cross his mind that his tank's shorter. He would have been better off pushing hard into me. I would have pulled back in that specific scenario. Huh. Well, the last stream we had a pretty good one. So this 3x weekend for us, yeah, at least, yeah, I had a pretty good weekend. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Um, you know, like I said, I might be on tomorrow. If not, I'm definitely going to be working on videos and guides tomorrow. You know, this week here, I have to dog sit, cat sit, and bunny sit again soon. So I have another animal to take care of coming up in another week. So I'm trying to get some things done before that happens again. Yeah, they definitely didn't do themselves any favors with their clan name, Pansy. I remember, Anthony, I kind of brought him up last stream. His username in World of Tanks is Twins, because it's Snoot backwards. That he uses that in other games, but he's in the clan here. We have it's Vanamir. I'm pretty sure how you pronounce it, but because someone had our clan name that we used in a previous game already. But we used the abbreviation Van, and he used to yell out like in every match, like "Get in the van," whenever we like ganged up on someone. It could be, you know, like a bouquet of pansies, but I was yeah. Oh, this is gonna be bad if I get spotted before I make it right there. Honestly, if I stream World of Warplanes tomorrow, it's, you know, I had fun this morning. I will definitely say I'm only good when there's not another good player on the enemy team. I just could not shake people off the, you know, off if they're behind me, following me in a plane. If that doesn't happen, though, I definitely have decent matches. It's alright, Graham. I knew you'd remember, though, if you're still here. That was a pretty... Yeah, it's a match that sticks with you for a while. Come on, dude. I know what you're trying to do, angle like that, but we have to work as a team here. And you hogging up all the corner does not sit well with me. But I at least thought it was pretty fun when I played it today, but... Alright, this grill's up here, so I'm gonna give this grill the benefit of the doubt and help him out. I know I'm helping this T110E4 right now. I'm trying to help myself, though, against Artie. More so than... shit, his... Yeah, I was about to say, I could probably pen his mantlet, but not going to take that chance. World of Warplanes, I think 9 gigabytes. It's definitely smaller than World of Tanks by a fair margin. I think 9, 8, about there. What are you talking about? Graham? A split? Oh, I know what you mean now. Yeah, I've tried a few different things, you know, because basically every match I was in, someone eventually got behind me and killed me, but yeah. Granted, one match I did make someone run into like a bridge, but that was the highlight. Okay. I'm a little bit concerned with my team here, because we got quite a few people hanging back for some odd reason. I cannot explain why they're still back there. Like, I kind of get it, but at the same time, I still have full HP, so me sitting back there is definitely not worth it. Kind of wish I got that spotting damage. Ah, shit, really, Grill? Is there really a frickin' Grill 15 up there? I really miss him. Oh, Lord. That hurt. That really hurt. There already is all over here. No. Really? Is that how the stream is going to end? Potentially losing because how in an E3 was I the furthest one up there? Right here, guys. All three of them. MB4. Oh, I was banking on at least one SPG being up here, but with all three, yeah, that was bad. I've seen I get why people like boost, like it's a cool thing to do, like I guess, but I've seen so many people go up there, which if this pays off for him, kudos to him, but sitting up here, you literally don't have shots on any important part of the map unless the enemy team pushes across to your side, which usually your team is dead by then. So I don't get why people go up to that spot specifically. This is where they all start running, like, run away, drown ourselves. But this is definitely my, my last battle tonight. If I don't stream tomorrow, I will be back, Tuesday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. for the next scheduled World of Tanks stream. I'm glad this 430 is on our team here. Very nice job. Yep, and that guy killed himself. So all the time that, that guy was spending, fighting, the Batchat was trying to drown himself. What a good teammate. Regardless, though, this was a decent match to end, but yeah. Honestly, most of the damage about half of every SPG's damage was me, except for this guy. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Always fun chatting with you. Tonight was pretty fun with all these, especially in the beginning. A lot of nice, fun matches. You'll be seeing them. I'm gonna work on them tomorrow on my other PC to get them finished up. So hopefully you'll start seeing them tomorrow. If not, they'll definitely be coming out this week. But thanks again. Hopefully you have a good night. A good day for some of you, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Hopefully your matchmaking is as good as it was for me tonight. See you around.